If you want to see me perform live, join me every Wednesday at 10 p.m. for Ty Rivera and Friends at the Creek in the Cave here in Austin, Texas. Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Slumber Party. My name is Ty Rivera. I'm the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. That is Hooch, Hoochie Blue Eyes, a.k.a. the Boss Baby. Say what's up, Boss Baby.
What's up, Boss Baby?
I hate you so much. And next to him is the one and only, he's small, but he's here, Little Nick.
Little Nick.
Little Nick.
Thanks. I'm small, but I'm here. I like that.
And then back there, coughing his face off, like only he can, is producer Justin.
Boo.
Boo.
That's fair.
I'm not booing.
That's fair.
You know, you're trying to be
Wait till the
teacher's pet right now, and I
save
don't
my
like
booze.
this vibe. I don't like what's happening to this pod. We're falling apart, you guys. I want to address it. We're falling apart. I almost quit the podcast last week. Everybody needs to know. I almost quit the podcast because Hans Kim sent in a note saying that he wanted some things taken out, and I said, "This is bullshit.
This is Slumber
What are
Party.
we even doing?"
This is girl talk, slumber party. Like a couple bitches can't talk anymore.
Exactly. And then they're going to send a message later like, can you take out the part where I said, oh, you mean the most interesting thing you said
Yeah.
in the entire fucking podcast?
Ty steamed. All right.
He's steamed.
Steamed.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that in front of a guest. This is all in-house business. I really shouldn't have done that in front of our guest. Our guest today was recently on Kill Tony, and she absolutely murdered it. Her name is Sami Blumenthal.
That's me.
It's our first girl.
I would say hello to the Jesus in Sami Blumenthal, but Sami is a Jew, and they killed Jesus. Isn't that what happened? Am I wrong?
No comment.
I'm
What
not
a
a
great-
history
what a-
buff.
Why did you guys do that?
Bro, what a fucking crazy first.
know
Why
what?
did you guys do that?
I was not prepared to answer any of these questions.
I don't know. I like how you queued up her Kill Tony, and then you're like, so why did you guys kill Jesus?
What
the
in-
fuck?
What are we doing here?
What a
Are we
nasty
not?
thing to
This
do.
is Slumber Party.
Yeah.
I'm from Arizona. I'm not very exposed
What does that have to do? I'm sorry, I'm from Arizona.
There are some Jews in Arizona.
Scottsdale.
In that's where
Yeah.
my grandparents live.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I know where they're at.
Yeah.
We
I'm-
keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to ask any Jew questions, I don't know the answer to any of them, and I'm Jew like ish, like in the fullest sense. I don't.
like this already. I'm
God.
uncomfortable.
She seems a little.
I feel like she's anti-Semitic.
me too.
There, I said it.
Little wish-washy.
Yeah, I said it. She's anti-Semitic.
Well-
Give it up for the anti-Semitic Sami Blumenthal,
Oh my
everybody.
God.
We love having you.
So that's Mom. That's not true.
Israel and Palestine. Israel and Palestine.
I can't comment on it. Speaking of Kill Tony, I was roasted for like 3 straight minutes on Jew stuff. So
Really?
Yeah.
On Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in like a fun, playful way, but I had a lot of friends reach out to me, like so disappointed in that, and I couldn't control. Like it's the nature of what this podcast
nature of this
is,
too.
and this one
You know
too.
what I mean? It's just-
So
yeah.
I don't want to hear any text from you guys. Like this is what I've signed up for. Okay, we're
It's
here.
all
We're here.
in fun, you guys.
We're
with
having
all
fun.
of us.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, we're all in show business, and we all know who runs that. So it's all jokes. trust
Exactly.
me.
You don't want to be mean to us. We will ruin you.
Exactly.
Yes.
We've learned. Mel Gibson taught us. You couldn't get any bigger than Mel Gibson at the time.
That is true.
And between that and calling a female cop sugar tits, he sure did railroad
He
himself.
did that?
Yes. It's the best. It's
That's-
actually on
Video of
video.
that?
He calls her sugar
There's
tits.
audio? Oh, man.
Yeah, it's the best.
I thought girls liked that.
they do,
They do.
but not when they're cops.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
can't say anyone's ever called me that.
Well,
Sugar tits?
That's
Yeah.
because
Really, sugar tits. Now
Because
you
why?
can say somebody has.
Oh, thank you. I knew tonight was going to be a great night.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know what? From now on, sugar tits.
I don't endorse
Sugar
that.
For
tits,
the
the
rest of
Jew.
the pod, sugar
I
tits.
don't endorse what he's doing right now.
Thank you.
She just expressed that she wasn't happy with something, and I decided to oblige
I know, but
her.
you're gay.
Why do you
can,
hate that?
You're gay. You can do that. I can't do that.
He's anti-Semitic. I can show you a picture later. That little man.
I'm glad we're not on the same side of the room.
Yeah. I'm glad we're not on the same side. It's teams.
It is. Whoa.
It's me and Sammy versus.
Well, yeah, it's
everybody.
no hats and hats.
Yep.
Whoa. You sure want to go down this road,
White
partner?
cis males versus other.
I don't know if the track record. You want to
I
go
know.
against
Hey,
my
Ty.
cis male?
Yeah,
Ty, don't
I
let me
don't know.
hang
That's a really
in.
good idea.
That's been kind of rough. It has.
Turn
You're
your
right.
damn-
Good point. Good.
I'll turn your water
we're
off,
back
dog.
to just individuals. I didn't like that game anyway.
No,
I don't
no.
even know why I suggested it.
Yeah.
Gay people have dumb ideas.
Yeah, like
You're just silly.
Who's gay?
like having sex with dudes.
How dare you?
What a dumb, stupid thing to
Oh,
do.
what a dumb, stupid thing
What
to
a
do.
dumb thing to
Oh
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions on that.
Oh no. Yeah. What's up?
So we're gonna watch a new Kill Tony thing here
I'm
in a
gonna
second.
Dissociate for 60 seconds.
So apparently,
Yeah.
you said that you used to dress up in your boyfriend's clothes, and then you do lesbian stuff.
So
and
it's
then
actually-
he found it, something like that.
You actually have it completely
Is that-
inside out.
You said you prepared questions?
Yeah,
You fucking idiot.
she used to dress up in his boyfriend's clothes, and then he found your
Don't
laptop
forget,
out.
this is the man that asked me where I was when Kennedy died.
You
All
did
right.
ask that.
We don't need to do that.
So, history, not
Mm-mm.
exactly his thing.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
It's the opposite. Hooch.
No.
Yes.
Would you like
It's the
to
complete-
comment on that?
So, as much as that would have been hotter,
Yes.
unfortunately, that's not what happened. Unfortunately.
Oh, what happened?
What happened is I found videos on his computer of him wearing my clothes with some men.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Because I did watch the Kill Tony, which
Yeah.
for anybody that's like at home wondering what we're talking, we're gonna get to it.
Mhm.
Just stop being stupid for a second
Mhm.
and let us do it the way we want to do it. If you're gonna be at Slumber Party, you're gonna have to chill out a little bit because we're gonna do this our way. And if you want to, you leave your comments down below, and we probably won't read them anyway. That's just what it is.
Yeah. That's what my
But-
therapist said. Don't read the comments.
Yeah, don't read the comments. Is your therapist Joe Rogan? Because he says that same thing. I think I might know your therapist. Not well, but I know him. But what's it called? So I saw on the Kill Tony that you said that you had decided to snoop. It was the first time you decided to snoop.
Mhm.
What triggered you to snoop in the first place?
Yeah. So what triggered me to snoop in the first place is I felt like something was off. I never once felt comfortable, safe, like in his apartment ever. My dog never liked him.
Mhm.
Y'all know my dog. He's been around.
Yeah.
Absolutely hated him. And we were supposed to move in together. And it's a physical feeling in my body. It's literally, I think they just call it your intuition.
Yeah.
And I was ignoring it for so long. And I've done a lot of self-discovery to kind of find what my values are.
Okay.
Don't laugh at
Okay.
me. Don't fucking laugh at me. I'm proud of who I'm becoming.
I wasn't ready for that. That was
Yeah, you invite me on, you're gonna get a taste of me, okay?
Jesus.
Yes.
Don't tell him that.
I'm Jewish. You
Don't
don't
tell
want
him
that.
He'll like that. For
as long as I don't.
Shut up. Hey, shut up now. Shut up now. Hey, now shut up now. You be quiet now.
Yeah, so it's just the only way I can explain it. It was my intuition was like you need like the Monday before I saw these videos, and I still have this recording. I'm sitting at home in his apartment because it was before we moved into a new place together. I had just moved into his place, so it's the two of us. My dog is at training. All my stuff's in storage, so I'm alone pretty much.
And you guys had been together for how long?
2 years.
Okay. Wow.
Ooh.
All right. So you had just moved into his place.
Because
And-
it was this interim period before, because my lease was up before, so we moved in together for like a month
Okay.
before we were supposed to find a new place.
And so you're a couple days into living in his place.
Correct. And can I say this as a Jew? By the grace of God? I don't know. We never found.
Team meeting.
I don't know the rules.
I don't know the rules.
I don't think she can say that.
We're gonna let her. The court will allow it.
Thank you. I'll never say it again.
Sustained.
That's a dude who's been to court. That's a dude who's been to court a few times.
We never found a place to live together. And I think that was like the universe just going like, hey, you're going to find something. So don't sign something. You're going to find, don't sign.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So the Monday before, I was in his apartment by myself while he's at work. And I felt like I was like choking. Like I couldn't breathe. I felt like these walls just were not protecting me. Like, you know, in your safe little space apartment. And I do a lot of voice recording to take notes. And I have like a 2-minute voice note of me like talking out loud. Something doesn't feel right. Like this isn't you. This is not the life you want. This doesn't feel safe. You don't feel safe here. And then a couple days later is when his computer was just sitting right next to me. And I'm like, I have to do this because I have a really strong feeling I'm going to find something. And I didn't even have to look for anything. It was already open as if he was like just watching it recently.
Seems like he wanted to get caught.
He labeled it sus. I don't know how what other way you want to get
The file was
caught.
called sus.
It was. It would be less suspicious if it was named suspicious. If it said these are videos of me sucking dick,
That's
I probably
so
wouldn't have clicked on it.
And so it was a folder with several videos?
Correct.
How many
was cool.
videos were there?
I don't know if I can count.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you by chance copy that folder, and could you maybe send it for me to examine?
Justin?
I just for the purposes of the podcast and research, I feel like I should at least verify.
Research. We're tie top journalists.
Yeah, this is journalism.
And I mean, I think have you seen like Black Mirror?
No.
I don't watch Black.
Do you understand the concept of it? Like it's crazy weird. What did you say? Did you just say what I think you just said?
I don't
We're
watch
just on one today.
My goodness. What did I sign up for?
I had a cold brew right before. I'm just gonna warn you.
Oh
guys.
yeah, that's
Oh, that's nice.
sorry. The cold brew's doing it to me.
Cold brews make you racist.
Dude, I love Medea.
No, what about I hate you so much? That is a black movie though. What? Okay. Get it together, Hooch. Jesus. You know you can't get me started. I'm easily excitable. I'm a fucking child.
This is so entertaining. I babysit during the day. This is the exact same thing.
It's called Slumber Party. You can't expect us to be serious at Slumber Party. But okay, so Black Mirror, how does it relate?
So when I watched the videos, they were on the couch that I was sitting on. Like the videos were recorded on the couch that I was sitting on. So it felt very like Inception-y.
Yeah.
And at first, like I opened it and I was like, damn, that's hot. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is my boyfriend. And that's not cool.
How many of them did you watch?
I watched one of them all the way through. And then I watched
Was it
another
bust
one.
on the face or did he swallow?
God damn it!
Oh my
She
God.
watched one all the way through.
Oh my God.
Best question ever. We were all thinking it,
Ty would rule as a therapist. That would be so cool.
but like, where did he do it?
There is like
Tits? Did he go tits? Because he was wearing your clothes.
right
so.
on the tits.
Yeah, that would make sense if you're dressed like a woman, that you'd be like, shoot it on my tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
all right.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
I like how
actually
you're like hypothetically, if I were.
well, I'm curious if y'all have ever like had like a traumatizing event and then like time passes and then you're in a place to look at it and just be like, oh, like, okay, you know?
How much time has passed? When did all this happen?
April.
April.
Okay.
And we're now, so like what, 6 months, 7 months? Is that what it is?
April to May,
Yeah.
May to June, June to July, August, September, October, November, December. Like 8 months? Yeah. 8. Like
Some
I
change.
could have like had a baby. Like I would be giving birth
Fuck.
by now.
God damn.
Do you ever like measure time and like 15 minutes is like I just have to watch one episode of SpongeBob and then
I do that on the treadmill.
hell yes, right?
Yeah, that's where I really do it. Yeah.
What do you like? What show do you think about?
Well, it's usually, don't laugh. It's usually Sports Center, that one show where they have the clock timing. That's what I watch.
Do you even know what you watch?
I don't know what it's called because it's just playing, and then on my earbuds, it's something coming out of YouTube. But like, I'll be watching it on the screen, and it has like a countdown clock. It's like a show where they like, I think Stephen A. Smith is on it, I believe. And then they have to talk for like 3 minutes or a minute and 30 seconds uninterrupted. And then, I mean, I've listened to it with the sound up before. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I watch that. And then I'm also a commercial person. Like, I'll be like, I got to watch 3 commercials without looking down at the timer on the, like, just so I can play with my head and not, you know what I mean?
It's like, I think it's a form of dissociation.
Of course. Yeah. I always feel like I want to disassociate when I'm on the treadmill.
Who wants to be there?
Yeah, I don't want to be there. So it's like, let me put my mind somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And so you use that technique in dealing with this situation?
Sort of. So I'm thinking like because if it was about like 9 months ago, like if I conceived that day, I would probably be having the baby, which I think is quite beautiful because maybe the baby's just my story.
Yeah, you'd get more views
If I did what?
If you had a baby
Tony
now, if you're pregnant.
If I was pregnant?
Yeah, it would be like,
Well, I don't think he
wow.
wanted to get me pregnant.
I don't know.
He wanted
you
to get
guys-
his throat pregnant is what he
Did
wanted.
you guys ever?
Have sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. You don't. He
Hooch
was
is Mormon.
Yeah. Oh, true. We didn't soak.
No.
No.
Okay.
We dove right in.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was gay, so like
Mm.
that was a fair question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have known something was up when he kept trying to put it in her ass. Hey! All right.
God damn it.
Okay. That's I admit.
okay.
That wasn't
It's
necessary.
like I'm still
it
sore.
wasn't necessary. Look, it wasn't necessary. I can admit that. Sometimes I'm wrong. But
But
what you're you know, I'm gonna say this on a serious note. You're doing really well for having that happen just 9 months ago, because I know some people that would still be a mess on that kind of thing, because that is traumatic. It's one thing to feel like your person's cheating and like have that, because I've had that intuition before, and then found out by a preponderance of the evidence, but never an actual, like, you know, here is the video of it, and now I've seen the entire thing. And then to find out that there's several videos, and to be like, you know, that's on this very couch. And then did you bother looking at was it a Mac?
Yeah.
Did you bother looking at the info and seeing when they were recording?
Great fucking question. So there was
That's
one
what
night,
I'm
and it's like amazing. I love that you asked that, because I was doing, as I'm finding this video, my body, I'm shaking. Like I'm like actually in disbelief. And at that moment too, I'm like, this doesn't feel fucking real. Like this isn't real. Like this is not real. Like this isn't my story anymore. Like I'm walking away from this. But I look at the time and like date it was recorded, and I remember there was one day in particular where I texted him and like something felt really off, and I checked his location because we shared it wasn't like a snooping thing, like we shared locations. And I wanted to hang out with him, and he's like, I'm at the bar, I can't. And I looked at his location and he was home, but I like was like, oh, Apple's wrong, you know. Yeah, Apple's wrong.
Did you continually make excuses for her?
Always.
Okay.
So like, and I look back now and I'm like, oh, my mom's like, I hope that this experience doesn't like leave you losing faith in people. And I'm like, no, it gives me confidence to trust myself. But I share this story because I remember that date, and it was the same date as just so happened to be like the first video that was there. And I was like, oh my God. Because then the next message was, I love you so much. The duration of when he sent that, the length of the video, maybe some extra time to clean off, get undressed, get redressed, and then text me, I love you.
How long how long of a span were the videos recorded over? Excuse me.
Well, some of them were before our relationship. Bless you. Or whatever.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him ever. Do not listen to Hooch. But thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I care about your health. But yeah, some of them were recorded before we were together. So
so it wasn't cheating.
but we were then together.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
So the videos that were recorded before we were together were not cheating. The videos that were recorded while we were together, I think is cheating.
Yeah.
And had he told you he was bi, or that he liked guys, or had you guys had that chat?
There was a little bit of language conversation around that, but he told me he never had his first experience. So I was like, whenever, if you do, like, let's have a conversation around it. Like, I love you. It's weird to think about saying that right now, but I'm like, I love you. Like, I care about you. And he had been doing it the whole time anyway before like sharing it with me. So I was like, I genuinely feel like I'm a pretty kind person. I don't know why I'm in this room right now.
Felt like an attack.
No, what? You guys can talk about being anti-Semitic and like, yeah, and I say one
thing. We
thing.
didn't talk about being anti-Semitic. We are anti-Semitic.
That was coming. No, but I'm
not going to play these word games.
I appreciate being in this space with you guys because I'm trying to like get my skin to be a little thicker, you know, and be a little bit like.
You're in the right room.
Yeah. So like, let me play with that a little bit. Yeah, I'm nice, unlike all of you. Yeah.
What a nasty thing to say.
What a nasty way to come at people. We opened up our home to you.
I don't want to say it, but Jews are kind of like that. You know?
She's not a good guest. She's not a good guest.
Not
That's what I'm going to say. Team meeting. Sami Blumenthal
I'm leaving.
Never comes back.
No, I'm too comfortable.
What do you think, Nick?
I'm too comfortable. Could you imagine just staying somewhere you hated because you're like, you know what? I like this seat.
It sounds like she did for 2 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's so good. Exactly though.
Now I gotta go.
Yeah.
I just want to maybe because he did it before you guys were dating,
right.
and then he kept on doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was just a habit.
All right, dude.
You know
I don't
mean?
think that's
daily routine type of thing. That's hard to crack sometimes.
The biggest thing that is my focus is that it's not a problem for one to be doing that. You know what I mean? For one to be doing what is a habit or what makes them feel good or turned on or is their thing. Like, no. But when you're dishonest about it, and when you pretend that it hasn't happened before, but the whole duration of our relationship, you'd been doing it, you'd been inviting people into this home, into this space, like the energy totally felt tainted. And that's what like really upset me because I'm a very open and understanding person, but not if you are like, after I posted a bunch of this, people were commenting on it, like you are destroying this man's life without regard. And I'm like, well, without regard, he destroyed mine. I was homeless for a month. And I don't know.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask that because that's such a terrible position to be in when you just gave up your place because I'm sure you could have paid a month-to-month fee for a couple if you wanted to, if he had given you some hint that, you know, maybe that wasn't going to be the move for you guys. And especially knowing you guys were talking about getting married, right? Is that what it was?
It was a converse. Like, it wasn't my goal in life, but like we had talked about it, you know?
Yeah.
But the next step was like, we're going to move in together. And I was excited about that. But he did when I left. He asked me to pay half of the rent for that month we were together. And I was like, you want me to pay for the roof over your head? You've been sucking cock in. Go fuck yourself. And I never paid it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And do you have any contact with him at all now?
No.
No?
No.
What'd you do? I mean, like, how'd you confront him with it? What'd you say?
Yeah. How did it go down?
Cool. Thanks for asking. This feels good. I like this story. So I saw it and then I tried calling like everybody I knew and nobody was answering. So I'm like, I'm going to have to do this myself. So I texted him because I could have just gone to his place of work and just went crazy, but I'm a kind person.
What kind of work does he do? I know you can't say where he works, but what kind of work does he do?
In hospitality.
Makes sense.
Can I guess?
Hotel.
Yeah.
No, but I'm making a very big umbrella category.
Restaurant.
I'm making a very big
Travel agent.
umbrella
He's a
category.
He's a bartender.
I'm a very big umbrella
Bathhouse.
category. Wonderful.
Bathhouse.
What is his?
One of them.
What is?
Justin said bathhouse, and then I repeated it. You were like, "One of them." All right.
Let me like continue on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just fun.
No, I know it's fun. And while
She's so understanding.
Sorry.
I know. It's so
I get
funny.
it because I want to.
Sorry, it's your podcast.
You know, I want to.
Whoa.
It's
Whoa,
Jesus,
dude.
you're attacking.
I
our
know,
guest.
dude.
You're
I'm-
attacking our guest.
My
if
bad.
I wasn't Jewish, man. So I texted him, I don't feel comfortable in this apartment. I'm driving around for 2 hours. Let me know when you get home. So he's like, okay. So I'm driving around. I park. I'm like shaking. I'm crying. I only have my baby blanket, my computer, my backpack with me. Yes, I have a baby blanket. And he texts me he's home. So I drive back and I run up the stairs. And before I like open the door, I like told myself, take a deep breath. Shit's about to go down. Like I haven't breathed in like 4 hours. So I opened the door and the whole like apartment really pissed me off because when I moved in, I changed all the lights to be like this purple fluorescent cozy vibe. And it's mine. Those are my
The fellas
lights.
must have loved that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I gave him this opportunity.
Mood
with,
lighting.
Yeah, I gave mood lighting. God damn
Did
it.
set dressing for his.
I did do side. I was the set design.
This completely
Nice.
changed the mood.
The video quality went way up.
Did you
I
buy
lost all my little under eye wrinkles. You can't see the fine lines.
Oh God, that's so funny. So all this is obviously my fault. And no, I got pissed because he's sitting there in this gaming chair that I got him.
Okay, that's
No, that's funny as hell, dude.
it is.
And this purple lighting with his, this is exactly what it looked like. So it was like this. And I walk, I hear, laughing. Okay, this is so crazy. So I open the door and he's sitting on his gaming chair and he's like gaming or doing whatever. And he's like, does this with his like
Ooh.
shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. And he's
That
like,
bitch.
what?
Damn.
And I'm thinking, okay. I was like, I lied because I didn't want to give him the satisfaction that like I don't know, like snoop through his, like he's not so almighty, you know? So I was like, my computer died and it broke. The charger didn't broke. So I used yours. Because that's something that we would do.
Mhm.
So that already gives a reason to why I'm on his computer.
Yeah.
And I learned that you've been fucking dudes on this couch for 2 years. Fuck you. Like I went off. Like as you can, I don't speak like that. I don't think, you know?
Yeah.
And I went off and he's crying.
You started crying?
He started crying.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, he's like, well, she already knows I'm gay. Might as well cry.
Yeah. That is true. Only gay guys cry.
What's to save now?
Did it feel?
She
Did
saw me suck dick. You think a couple tears are going to change her mind?
That's gayer than sucking dick.
It really is. Yeah, I bet you.
That's a great point.
You might have
Yeah.
been able to stay with him had he not cried.
Yeah, honestly.
Look, the dick sucking I can forgive. This
Yeah.
crying,
Crying so gay.
yeah, we're done.
Mhm.
It's over.
Yeah.
Did you
But
said you don't get angry
Hold
often.
on a second. Justin has turned
No,
into
we're
a
good.
slot
I'm just an
machine of
idiot.
shit people don't want.
Just dropping vapes.
All of a sudden, he turned into a fucking slot machine back there. Just, ting, 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 ting.
Sorry.
What did we hit?
Bottom.
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 And that's what he was as well.
Yeah.
And,
Why'd you say yay? Why are you cheering?
No, I was hyping up Sid.
Thank you. It was a good.
That was a good
Yeah,
one.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I can't say that
Thank
was a
you.
good one.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I
What
thought
do
you
you
were
have
like, yay,
against
he's a bottom.
bottoms?
I thought you said, yay, he's a
No,
bottom.
Nick, this is a real problem now. What is it you have against bottom?
Yeah, Nick.
You were fine with the story as long as he was a dick-sucking top?
You're kind of homophobic, dude.
Yeah.
Nick, we're gonna do better.
Do
Do
better.
better.
Do
Penalty
better.
box. Penalty box.
2 minutes.
I don't like this.
But you were asking me a question. I
Honor
think.
system.
I don't like that I have to like guys getting fucked in the ass.
It's not about liking it, Nick. None of us like
You
it.
have to
I'm
be
gay and I don't like it.
You don't have to. You might not. Well, if I don't know, maybe this has nothing to do with this. But he told me like that he was perhaps maybe bi, and I was like, okay, do you want to like use a dildo? And he's like, no, that's gay. And I was like,
Yeah.
And
My
I was
man
like,
had standards.
okay, like why? And he's like, because it's not a real dick.
Oh my.
I'm just like, this is too confusing.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Which is fine. It's fine if it's fine. Whatever you like is fine. I think the world needs more people who are working on accepting themselves, which is a lot harder to say, a lot harder to do than say.
No, we don't need that.
I don't know. Am I in
think-
the right podcast studio right now?
I think that it's okay to be fine with all of these things, but I think in the future, if a guy tells you these things, you should be like, not for me.
That's exactly Yes, because
Yeah.
I've learned from this experience. That's fine if you are. It's also fine if I don't want to be with that too. Like that's
Yeah.
all. Both things can both be fine.
Yeah.
Did you ever try to like slip him a?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. I think he
didn't-
liked it. I think he just was pretending. He was like a really good actor.
He was like,
Yeah.
he was
It's
like,
He's
he
like,
was
oh no, not my tushy.
He said it like that, and you thought he was straight. What the fuck?
This is getting gayer as we go.
He's
I'm
like,
I'm
he's like,
learning that
no, no, don't.
And he fainted like this. I was gonna ask. You
Yeah.
said you don't get mad often.
No,
Did it feel good when you got mad at him?
I get mad often. I don't release that emotion as anger often.
Did it feel good?
It felt so great.
Yes.
It felt so great. It felt
Righteous anger.
yes, and like I knew I was in like I knew I could do that. You know, like have you had a moment like that?
Like every moment of my
Yeah.
life.
Who are you talking
Does
to?
anybody know?
This is true. This is true.
I kind of live in that space.
Is that exhausting?
No.
No, he doesn't build anything up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
constant relief because
Yeah.
I just don't. And I don't hold on to things. Like, I don't usually stay mad at people because once I explode, that's done. And I don't feel like there's anything. They stay mad at me in some cases, you know, because I'll say things that they weren't wanting to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I it's really not an unhealthy thing for me, and it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
I joke, but like I'm
Yeah.
just free with it. If something happens and I feel like somebody's fucked up, I'll let them know right there in the moment.
I feel so inspired by that.
Yeah,
I want more of that energy in my life, and I can go back to like, oh wait, I did it, so I could do it again.
you think
know?
that has something to do with being raised female, though?
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of times women are told like you're supposed to be.
Yeah. You're
chill.
supposed to. Yeah. And I had a lot of anxiety about this getting released, and then my therapist was like, we're taught, like women are generally taught to like just protect and sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I have to protect someone who doesn't respect me.
Amen. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
you
no,
don't
fuck
respect
that.
me or my clothes or my lighting. So fuck
Your
you.
clothes.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you know,
Uh-huh.
when you come home and your shit stretched out and you're like, okay, what
Yeah,
happened?
did you not know he was stretching out your clothes, or
Well,
was
he
he
was
the same size? Like,
Smaller. He was still
He was
smaller
smaller
than
than
me.
you? He's
Little
a
skinny.
twink.
He was a little Twinkie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, so he's like Nick's size.
All right.
There we go.
And he's still living here in Austin?
I don't know now. I don't know now.
Yeah.
I don't know now.
So you have heard nothing from him or any of his friends? Did you hear from friends?
I've noticed that some of his coworkers have interacted with videos I've shared.
liked them or yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did they like this one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I did it for me, you know. It wasn't to like I'm going to expose him, but it does feel really fucking cool. Like have you ever like broken up with someone and wanted everyone in your life, like your family and your friends to know what like a piece of shit they are?
Oh yeah.
And then you go on Kill Tony and then Tony talks about it on Rogan, on the Joe Rogan Experience. That's revenge.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is
yeah.
revenge.
That's
That,
karma.
uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
that's
don't
never
fuck with
happened.
me.
I've never felt like that. That's
Don't fuck with me.
And so you guys ended up breaking up and then you were you homeless or were you couch surfing? or
Couch
what were-
surfing. And
Yeah.
all my stuff was still in storage and my dog was in training. So I felt very like detached from myself.
Yeah.
I was like just talking about this today. Like I didn't cook for myself. I had no sense of routine. Like couldn't sleep, because the video just play over and over and over and over and over in my head. And like I couldn't go to bed at all. God, I just brought myself back to that moment.
Was it the cheating or the
lying.
dick?
It was
Huh?
it was watching
That's
him
the same thing.
do that. It was like watching him be in that. I've never seen him look so submissive like that. And it was like a weird thing to witness someone you haven't seen exist like that.
Did he act pretty masculine with you? Was he pretty
I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah. I mean, now like in hindsight, it's just like he's not like a manly man, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, definitely he was masculine in the relationship.
Mhm.
And then seeing that, I was like, oh, that's just like you're doing that like while I'm like with you and I come over after, you know? And that's what kind of grossed me out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bad. That's ick.
Is it
Yeah. And so, you guys talked about it on Kill Tony. How was your experience with Kill Tony? You've only been doing stand-up for 2 months.
Yeah, at this point, I think now it's been about 3. Because when this was recorded, it was like 2 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 2 months in, you end up on the biggest live podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you feel when you first got on stage? You seemed pretty comfortable. You started off doing like a gymnastics thing.
Yeah.
It's not what I wanted to do, but I kind of told myself, like, okay, if you can't be funny, be interesting.
What's a rhythmic gymnast? That's what you said, right?
Yeah. Rhythmic it's like artistic gymnastics when you think of like flips and stuff like that, kind of mixed with like ballet.
Okay.
So it's the sport with like the ribbons and the hoops.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you started off that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you went into your set?
Yeah. I said, basically, if anything I say bombs, at least you still know I'm talented.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Yeah. And then I said something about astrology, and then I said something about my dad, and then I got the bear, and it was just like so much. Like I felt like I tried to squeeze too much in. I wasn't even really ready for my minute, I don't think. I was just getting feedback from so many people like, say this, do this, and I haven't found my voice yet. I'm not. That's the joke.
I mean,
I'm in yeah. I do like minerals. Mineral fucking dumb.
God damn
so
it.
stupid.
I was getting ready while I was. Yeah, I saw that. And I thought it was funny.
I like that one.
I did
Thank
laugh.
you.
I
at
think
that.
men are pretty smart.
Thank you. I mean, before I was waiting there for like 9 hours, and it was like 11 something by the time I got called because they were filming 2 episodes that day. So I kind of like emotionally was like, I'm not going to get pulled. I think everyone's like, I didn't expect this, you know, but like really, it's like jolting. And then my name got called and I ran over there and I was like, all right. And like the story is kind of what propelled me to do comedy. Because like when I would tell people about what happened, it started to feel comical. You know, and I'm like, this is something. This is a story that needs to be told. And I don't want it to be my story forever.
Yeah.
But like, it's my entryway to comedy, you know?
Yeah.
Have you ever used it as a set yet? Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just like, yeah. Like and that's what I'm struggling with. And I wonder as fellow comics, when you feel like you're caught in the groove of like one specific kind of topic and you want to like expand to something else, sometimes it's like, it kind of feels scary, like when you feel comfortable doing like that.
At your stage, you should continue to mine that story and make it tight, and then like you'll find where you naturally want to go next.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like you're talking about your intuition.
Yeah.
If you just go with your intuition on that as well, then that'll probably be your best guide.
Okay.
But you should continue to work on that story and find all the beats in it and what exactly, you know, you're trying to say. And it's a bit that might not be really like, well, you might never complete it. You know what I mean? Like you might just one day decide to move on from it after you feel like you've gotten your mileage out of it. But, you know, it's the kind of thing that can just continue to evolve the more you like figure out, like, you know, because the more you do it and the more you talk about it, it's kind of like therapy in that way. Because the more you do it and the more you talk about it, the more you realize like, oh, this is the way I felt about this. And I hadn't even noticed that, because you're still pretty close to the situation or like, you know, in time, you know, so you'll still figure out different things that will maybe make you like, oh yeah, that's why I did that. Or maybe that's why I dismissed this. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with talking about that. And I think one of the mistakes that a lot of new comics make right now is always trying to do new stuff and thinking more about the other comedians than they actually think about their set and the audience.
That resonates. I feel that way.
Yeah, well, everybody does, especially
It's
right now in
validating.
Austin. I hear so many of the new comics, the open micers, just being like, you know, oh, I have to do new stuff. And it's like, no, you really don't. Like, you can like continue to work on that. And like, you know, don't feel any pressure from the other comics because a lot of them aren't going to be around in 5 years anyway. That's the truth of it.
Wow. This is Slumber Party therapy, baby.
But yeah, so do you want to play a little bit of it, or is it that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Headphones.
Okay. I'll do that. This is the cringiest thing. This is the cringiest thing. I had to be with people when it released. I couldn't be alone, but then when I was with people, I wanted to be alone.
Yeah.
Deep breaths, everybody.
God
We're all
damn it.
supportive here.
You're bored of me?
We're all supportive.
Oh, support.
She's so.
We're all so bored of you. I can see how
Thank
that
you.
sounded like. We're all so bored of you.
Like, I'll fucking leave, okay? Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.
Flying through 'em. Make some noise for Samantha Blumenthal, everybody. Samantha Blumenthal. Here we go.
Hey guys, I was a rhythmic gymnast for 12 years. Just wanted to show you that. In case anything I say bombs, you still know I'm talented. Thank you. Last night, this guy told me I had resting astrology face. And I don't get it. Guys just think that I just kind of like know everything about zodiac signs and crystals. I don't understand. You know, I don't know things about that, but I do believe in minerals. Men are real fucking dumb. I'm so sorry. I think this is because of my dad. When I was growing up, my dad was my best
She
friend,
took it off. She took it
Diana Ray. Yeah, you can look her up
I
on
haven't.
Facebook. She's really fucking hot. I want to be really clear. I love my dad, and he's not a pedophile. No. It's worse. He's a bar mitzvah DJ. Yeah. My friends tell me all the time, they're like, Sam, you have daddy issues. I'm like, how do I have daddy issues? I don't even fucking talk to him. Thank you.
There you go, Samantha Blumenthal.
You didn't even talk about your what's it called? Your dad.
When?
Your dad fucked your best friend?
Yeah, my dad fucked my best friend, yeah.
How
Mazel
long
tov.
did he know
Thank
her?
you. She was working for his dance company. He's a bar mitzvah DJ. So she was a dancer. And yeah, they were fucking, and I saw them when I had like my friends over. They were like kissing in the kitchen. And she was like
Whoa.
19 at the time. And it was
How old is your
Uh,
dad? Because what if he's like a teen mom type of dad?
that's true. He was like mid upper 40s.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
weird.
It's definitely. And I would say, like, I think for many of us is like you have this like one traumatic thing that like defines who you are. And then you go on to the next traumatic thing that like defines, like, for so long, it was like the story about my dad. And then I got like, that's just not relevant to my life anymore.
Yeah, you got a better story now.
And now I have a better story now. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Character development.
Exactly. Yeah.
How long were you friends with her?
We were friends. So, I mean, for the context of this story, I made it look a lot more like she and I were more connected than we really were. I knew her because she worked for my dad, and then we
Okay.
became friends that way.
Okay.
So it wasn't like she was my childhood friend. On this episode, they make it seem like we were raised together, which like that's what I made it sound like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
which I think is more shocking than just like, yeah, this girl that worked for my dad and then we became friends and then she fucked my dad. Like, I didn't cut the fat, Sam, you know, she's my
yeah.
best friend. But we were at the same elementary school together, middle school, high school. She was just a couple years older than me.
And has she got in contact with you?
No,
What about your dad? Has he said anything?
no. He stopped talking to me like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your mom?
She's around. She doesn't really have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's supportive of me doing comedy, but I don't think she like wants to comment on my dad or like my ex. Like, we've just been through it already. She just like knows that I'm telling these stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a healthy place to be with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to really.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think, you know, what I'm trying to see from this experience is it's not really about the story. It's about how I can perform the story, how I can take, like, I'm in the driver's seat. I don't want my comedy career to be defined by this situation and like how broken and damaged and sad this is.
Mm-hmm.
The story definitely has like a shock to it, but I want to use this insane thing and then learn how to perform it in a way that's like exciting and enticing and like relatable in a sense because everyone's had heartbreak to some degree. It just kind of looks different, but I want to convey that like emotion that I felt.
And was your Kill Tony experience how you became friends with Austin Young?
We actually, I think the day before this, because this was Tuesday, I think Monday night I might have gotten on the mothership mic.
Okay.
And then he was also there and he saw me there. And then this night, because he was on, I think the same day, but the episode the week before, because they had like broken him up. I was going to the bathroom and he stopped me and we started talking. He's like, I saw you at the mothership mic. Like we were both on it. And that's how we just started talking. And then he got pulled. And then after that, I got pulled later that night. And then we just like kind of like connected over that.
For the people at home, Austin Young is another new comic here in Austin. And they recorded a sketch together that was like a recreation of the story with her boyfriend, and it was fun. And
It made me laugh.
Austin does not look like a twink at all, so they definitely went opposite way in casting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you and Austin are friends, or are you guys dating?
It's so funny. So many people think we're dating.
You guys have that vibe.
We have a vibe.
Y'all do got that vibe.
Aw. No, he's
no, she said,
That's a friend zone thing.
Yeah.
She
No.
said,
That's
Sorry, Austin.
That's
Austin, I'm
the
sorry,
no pussy.
dude.
Aw.
It's okay, do 10 push-ups right now, dude.
Yo, gay
Okay.
guy got it more than he did. That's
Yeah.
wild.
No, I love Austin with my whole heart. And what I'm learning about my self is that if I feel like my relationships, once they get like romantic, I fuck them up. I lose my friends. And like I love Austin to his core, like who he is as a person.
Does
so
he
I
know
can't.
that?
It's a long
Yeah, I
way
tell him
in
all
there.
the time.
Are you guys roommates?
No, so many people think we are. I think that video, but like two people can be in an apartment together and not live together. We had to use a set, you know? Somebody wrote to me, how did you and Austin become roommates?
I saw that.
Yeah.
And you answered it like you guys were roommates.
Well, I said I met him on Craigslist because in the video, that's how my ex met those guys off
Okay.
Craigslist. So
All
if you're a
right.
real true fan, you'd know that reference.
My bad. Sammy attitude.
Yeah, it's growing. I'm nurturing it. Austin comedy makes me a fucking bitch.
How many sets do you get to do a night?
I try to do like 2 to 3.
Yeah, that's pretty
the
good.
past like week has been a little weird, just like my personal life. So I'm tomorrow, baby, I'll be back. But
Are you working a regular job right now, a day job?
I was at another job I just quit like a couple weeks before this. But now I'm nannying. But I start
Okay.
another job in like a month.
Yeah, you're
Mhm.
nannying right
Mhm.
now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody famous?
Heath. No one famous. No.
No.
You're gonna do my boy like that.
Yeah.
No, I had a roommate that was she was an elite nanny.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she was like, she worked for the creators of Malcolm in the Middle. That was like
So
her
cool.
longest job.
So cool.
And then she was like J-Lo for a minute. She was, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but they don't, well, who's going to
Where do
watch
they
and
live?
say?
In LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Pink for a while, which was weird. Watching the Pink documentary and watching Pink
Why?
be like, I'm a mother and I do it all myself on there. And it's like,
Bitch, no, you don't.
yeah, it's like, I know your nanny. I know your nanny that was with you while you're shooting this.
The kids are in another room with the nanny right
Yeah,
now.
it's, she says something like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like how she doesn't have help, and it's like that's a lie. But you're just like allegedly, that's a lie.
That's safe.
But
This is comedy.
yeah, it's all just jokes. Pink, yeah, Pink, get at me in the comments. Don't end up on my phone, Pink. But yeah, and they wanted her to be Tom Cruise's nanny.
Who's they?
Because she has an agent, a pimp.
Oh.
She
Yeah.
used to joke and call it her pimp,
Yeah.
but they have at that level they have agents.
Yeah.
And so like they wanted her to be Tom Cruise's when Suri was born because she had been a Scientologist before.
Yeah.
But in order to actually do the job, she would have had to go back to Scientology. because they wanted her to be raised the Scientology way. And of course, Scientology, you're always kind of updating what it is, your education as far as Scientology goes. And she wasn't interested in that. Also, she doesn't because, being that type of nanny, she's had like a bunch of child rearing classes and stuff like that. And she doesn't like the Scientology approach to raising kids.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't touch them a lot or like console them when they cry or like if they fall, you just kind of
kick them.
Yeah.
It's almost like that religion is fake or something. Weird.
L. Ron Hubbard.
I do have a Scientology book on my coffee table at home.
Dianetics? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dianetics was the big one. In the 80s, nobody knew Dianetics was a thing.
Well, I got that book on accident because I am a dietitian and I thought it was a book about dietetics. So I got it, and turns out you have to read the title.
It's a good cover.
To make sure it's the right book.
It's a pretty good cover, but...
Long story short, she's a Scientologist. She's now a Scientologist.
Scientologist and Jewish?
Well, speaking of Jewish, how I get my jobs is there is a Jewish Facebook babysitting page. So it's like a bunch of Jewish families, and it's kind of like having an agent that it's like someone you trust,
Yeah.
So if you're like a Jew that's in Austin, you're probably not from Austin. You're probably from somewhere else, much like everyone else.
Israel.
So it's all like Israel, and then there's a whole bunch of like connections, and it's kind of like that's how it works. That's how I get my jobs.
And do they like ask you for references, people you know?
Yeah.
And then that's that makes sense.
How do you like prove that you're like Jewish?
It's kind of like the same thing as birthright. Birthright. So birthright's like a 10-day trip to Israel. Ask me how much it costs. It's free.
Yeah.
Because it's for the Jews.
Typical.
Yeah.
What about for me?
Well, the thing is I really
You
think
didn't think they were gonna pay, did you?
I really think anyone. I think it's just an honor system. Like there are definitely people that sign up for it who are not Jewish.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to Israel.
Hey, free trip? Class trip?
Podcast in Israel?
Yeah.
Just tie at the waning wall. Like, the hell is this?
Well, apparently you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery if you have tattoos. So I got my first tattoo in Israel.
That just ruined my whole plan. I was going to be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
What about all the Holocaust survivors?
That's the point. It's like a sign of disrespect in a sense, because if you get them now because of what happened in the Holocaust.
Really? So it started after.
That's how I understand it to be.
And you got one in Israel?
Yeah.
To like define them?
So you're not like really you're
well, my dad's a bar mitzvah DJ. That's the most Jewish thing about me. I don't know anything. He just plays music.
Okay. All right.
And fucks my friends.
So your dad and your mom are obviously not together anymore.
That would be correct.
And is she super Jewish, your mom?
She's a little bit more Jewish than she's a lot more Jewish than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. She actually works for like a Jewish fundraising
But they didn't really
thing.
push it on you or make you do a lot of...
No, my mom discovered it more after their divorce. I think it gave her like a newfound sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Things like that. But when I was a kid, my mom would take my sister and I, while my parents were married, my mom would take my sister and I to Sunday school, and then my dad would pick us up. We'd go to lunch. She'd drop us back off to make it look like we were at Sunday school the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a game. It's kind of smart. Yeah.
And so do you feel like you're in comedy for the long term, or is this just for now and then you'll see where it goes?
I foresee it being the long term. I focus on it being the now so it can be the long term. Because I feel like if I think about it being the long term, then I'm not being in the now.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. And also comedy adjacent. Like sketches are so fun, Or like, because I've done improv, I've done sketch comedy longer than I've done stand up. So I'm excited to like grow.
Did you do Second City? You're Chicago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Second City.
Yeah.
So you did Second City?
Mm-hmm.
And what level did you make it to?
It was like a summer program that I did. And then I went to college, and then I did it in college. I was on like an improv team in college, the sketch comedy team in college. And then I did a little bit of improv here before the pandemic, and then our studio closed.
Yes, and?
Exactly.
Yes, you're a fool.
You're a fool.
I'm sorry. I know a little bit about comedy. All right.
Just a touch.
I'm sorry.
Just a smidge.
Oh.
Yes, and I think that's foolish. That's what I think.
You know what? I don't like you.
Get out.
I said it. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. And I don't like your little friend.
Oh.
It's you, Nick.
Nick,
Huh?
why do you have a pick?
Ooh.
Oh,
Is that comfortable?
God.
Do you know it's there?
Yeah,
Kinda.
he put it there.
Yeah, but like I feel like
God damn it.
yeah, I feel
Fucking
like is it kind
genius.
of like having a penis?
Wait, what?
Yes, a pick in the beard is like a penis.
Because it's there. Like you don't really know it's there. You don't really have control.
What do you think having a penis
She's used
is?
to-
I don't know. I don't
don't-
have
She's
yeah.
used to penises being on men's faces and
Yeah.
all faces, so that's
What
why
it
she
is.
compared it.
There it is.
What an astute thing. A dick is like, you don't know you have it, right? No.
No, you always
Do you know? Are you aware of it always?
No.
Yeah,
Always?
always.
You're always clocked in with where your dick
I mean,
is?
Ty's bricked up right now.
How you bricked up?
That's enough. They say that because that's what one of the comments said when I was a guest on Kill Tony.
What the
One of the comments was like, "He's
Oh.
too bricked up to be." And I was like,
someone in the
and I didn't know what
comments.
bricked up meant, so I
You
had to
didn't know
Google
what it
it.
meant?
Yeah,
You
no,
had to
I didn't
Google
know.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
That's the funniest part about the story. Is him being like, what?
Somebody told me in the comments because I read them for a second that I look like Pete Davidson. So I just don't see it
Patricia Davidson.
at all. Patricia.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
because
funny.
No, but yeah. You know what I mean? Like, no,
Yeah.
not enough for it to be like an insult.
Yeah.
But yes, enough that I could see you being like his twin sister. You know what I mean? Like, it's
I'm gonna
like-
sit with this for a
It's
little
the
bit.
mouth. It's the mouth.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a
Lips.
Pete Davidson-esque.
I
Old
have
ski.
Pete Davidson lips.
Don't run the light like that, motherfucker, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no.
Oh,
Clip it.
shit.
Can we talk about that?
He ran the light one night when we
Here?
were in the... No, it was at the Hollywood Improv. He might have done it here, too. I don't know.
He just
I haven't been here at the same time as him, but...
how much time did he run?
A lot. It
Yeah.
was at least 10 minutes. And we were all like, you know...
That's a lot of time.
Was this when he was dating Kim Kardashian? Because if that's it,
That was pre-Kim Kardashian.
Oh, then no way.
Yeah, it was pre-Kim Kardashian. He obviously was already known. He was already Pete Davidson. But not like he is now, you know.
When he had an Instagram, he blocked me on Instagram.
Why? Because he said this bitch
Whoa.
looks like me.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Do you know
What
like
did you
Pete?
do?
The
No.
fuck did
What,
you
why
do?
would it? Why do you assume that
That's
I
a
did
good
anything?
question.
Okay. No. This
You're
is what
a
happened.
woman. You had to be asking for it.
Yeah, I definitely asked
In
for it.
order for something to
Yeah.
happen to a woman, she has to be asking for it.
This
Those
is
are
true.
the rules.
This is true. I was in like this competition thing at school and college, like for a dietitian award,
Was
and
it to look like Pete Davidson? I'm sorry.
and I won.
You fucking kid.
And I won.
You have tattoos like Pete.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's true. We probably maybe have the same now because he's like getting his removed.
Okay, so you won. What was the contest?
So I wanted to win, and the only way you won is for votes.
okay.
And so I was just sending it to a bunch of people, and I was like, was a huge Pete Davidson fan. And I just sent it to him in his DM. I was like, hey, I'm a fan. Like, really cool if I got your support. And it said seen. Then I sent it again. And then it said seen. And then I sent it again. And then he blocked me.
Next time, try your
okay.
tits in between there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't just keep sending it. It's like send what you actually want to say.
Mm-hmm.
He saw it.
Uh-huh.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
He probably scrolled your profile for a minute and was like, all right,
You can do
I'll
better.
allow it.
Mm.
And then
Now this bitch is being annoying.
you show the tits,
Mhm.
and then he's like, wait a second. And then while he's dazzled, then you say, hey,
Yeah.
these tits could use some support right now.
Yeah. I fucked up. I fucked up. Now I know for next time when I want to get attention, I just show someone my tits.
It's a good idea, Ty.
Good idea, Sugar.
It's good advice,
Tits.
Ty.
Yeah.
We support women here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I am the first woman on this podcast.
I'm about results, not respect.
No,
so
Ty's on-
I don't know what anybody here wants, but
No, Ty's on every week.
Yeah, you're not the first girl. Ty.
Yeah.
Clever.
Your first girl guest.
Clever.
you're the first girl. I'm the first
Yeah.
woman.
Ah,
Ah.
I see that.
Tia.
There could be both of us here.
Tia.
Started.
Too late.
Don't get me started on the role of women in comedy. I've been at it too long.
Well, I'm here and I'm happy.
That's
Thanks.
good. That's good.
Glad you.
Those are
makes
essential
one of
things.
us.
Those are really
That
good
makes
essential
one
things.
of us.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me in 19 years and 10 months.
Why then?
Is that your career?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I've been doing it for 20 years, and she's 2 months in. Well, 3 months in. Sorry. 9 months.
I thought you were just doing some cryptic, like your death
You're
date
dropping
or
like
Astrology.
Easter eggs now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my social media is full of Easter eggs. It is. I've been dropping them forever. And one day people are really going to try to cancel me and they're going to say, and you said this. And I'll be like, and that's why I said it. And I'll break it down for everybody.
Do you remember the first time you were canceled?
The first time I was
You're,
canceled,
like,
the
reminiscing.
first time I was really canceled, yes, I do. And I can't remember what month it was, but it was during the Black Lives Matter, like the first.
June. When everyone had black squares.
This was like one of the first
Oh.
Black Lives Matter, like, back probably 2015 when
Uh-huh.
BLM first became a thing. You know what I
Jim
mean?
Crow laws, stuff like that.
He asked me about Rosa Parks not too long ago as well.
How old do you think Ty is?
It's around an age. How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Yeah, how old are you?
How old do you think?
You're like 30.
I'm 29.
Okay, so like 30.
Yeah.
What a fucking dickhead.
That's true. That's true.
When
But
do you turn 30?
in a few months.
Okay. So I was very, very close.
Right. What gave it away?
The wrinkles.
God damn it.
God.
The wrinkles.
I'm gonna
He
piss.
doesn't even have any wrinkles.
Can you teach
I'm gonna
Hooch
piss. I'm gonna piss
how
on
to
that.
talk to women
Yeah,
I
teach
can
me
tell
how to
this
talk
is
to
the-
women.
without money in his hand?
This is like
That wasn't a
son
Jewish
of a
joke, by the way.
No, I got
Hello,
it.
that wasn't a Jewish joke, by the way.
No, that was a Jewish joke. That was a Jewish joke.
Like, I saw this getting ready to go wrong because somebody didn't say something. There's a lot happening in the room right now.
Oh,
it took me a second to realize what that comment meant, and then I did, and then there was another opportunity for it to mean something else.
What did that comment mean? Sin?
Do you only talk to like strippers?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Was that the joke?
Ish.
Ish.
Is it I'm sorry, am I not using the right term? Sex worker?
Okay.
Okay, you're
You're
getting
getting-
warmer.
you're
That's
getting warmer.
definitely be broad like that. That was a good way
Okay.
to...
Starts with a P.
Prostitutes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wing, ding, ding.
Do you experience sex with
No,
prostitutes?
never done it.
It's okay if you have. This is a fully judgmental zone.
It's the girls.
Just the girls?
Yeah, just the girls.
No, but
Ty
You
used
were
to-
having so much fun when you were trying to make her uncomfortable.
I know.
Now,
You are
the
as
tables have
red
turned and suddenly,
as that pillow.
happening.
Ty used to be a sex worker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hooch hired. How do you think we met?
That checks out.
Hooch was one of my regulars.
Oh.
And I was like, this kid's got something. And I don't just mean $300.
This isn't fun anymore.
This isn't fun anymore. What was that experience like?
Who are you asking?
Yeah. There's two people over here. that
Sex
could-
working and sex worked.
Sex worked?
Yeah.
For me, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But like I've talked about it on other episodes, there were definitely drawbacks and annoying things about it. But overall, it was fine and not like, I don't think you have to necessarily be traumatized by that.
Mm.
There are some people that do it that are just like fine with it, like
Mhm.
you've got that supply and demand,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a demand for boners, you can supply them. And so
Yeah, you know what? I think that's how my ex. Were you in the video? You looked familiar when I met you.
I was not in a video.
You would have known. You you would have heard his rant. You're not doing it right.
This is the best blowjob in the world.
Does anybody have a little water? I'm so sorry. I'm
I got you.
parched.
I have alkaline water.
Is that okay?
It's
to
like
share?
water that colon free.
Oh, he has
Oh my god,
water right there.
perfect. Thank you. This is
But
great.
yeah, technically it is fine to share. It's just
I just know that like it's expensive, so I didn't want to just be taking your water.
Thank you, Justin.
I'm good with the
But
Water tastes so good when you want water.
oh yeah, especially when it's cold.
Oh, actually, I disagree. I don't like cold water, but
I don't like
I'm
cold
really
water
happy about
either.
it. No, don't feel bad about it.
I
Why don't you
I
like
don't.
it?
it hurts my teeth.
I have sensitive teeth too. Cold water.
Like room temperature water.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So
this.
what's it like being a John? A trick.
Oh, trick. So I am Hooch, right?
Okay.
You can
we'll
cut out
bleep
my
out.
real
Yeah,
name.
yeah. We'll bleep it.
Yeah, bleep my real name. It's cool. It's guilty. Like
I never knew it.
yeah. It's when you get a prostitute. I'll break it down for you.
Oh, we're still talking about
Yeah, I'll
that.
break it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Break it down.
break it down for you. So if you were like the prostitute, right?
Okay.
Hypothetically, like let's role play here. You be a prostitute for 2 seconds. So
do
it's
it.
like it's funner to like. All right, doing too much. It's the act of like ordering one. Is that the best way to say it?
Do you order it like an Uber?
Kind of. That's funner than like it's more. You get the adrenaline. It's like a drug deal. You get like it's more adrenaline before it happens because like once they're over, you're like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
It's the buildup, the anticipation
buildup
that's
is-
like
yeah.
hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they like come over, they don't speak English, and you're like, oh, this feels weird. You know what I mean?
This was sex trafficking.
Whoa.
No. It was the
What do you
sound-
talk about then?
like on Google.
Oh, a lot. If you're meaning Hooch.
Elaborate.
He talks about a lot. He spent the entire hour talking before and done absolutely nothing, which is something I couldn't wrap my head around. Like, if I were that bitch, I would have been like, can I just jerk you off already so I can get out of here? Because chatting is the worst.
Oh, I hear you. I like chatting. I'm not gonna be a prostitute for you, Hooch, but I like chatting. You want to get a coffee later?
No.
Okay.
She's going to charge you $300.
Yeah. Yeah. Next question.
He
We can
paid
move on.
$300. Anyway, everybody, I think we pretty much covered everything when all of a sudden we devolved to whore talk.
Yep.
Thank
we're,
you.
We're stuck in the horse sand.
Yeah, not that I mind whore talk, but I could whore talk all day long with anybody.
It's the first
If
three
you don't
episodes.
believe me, hit me up, send me some money. It'll truly be whore talk. It'll be nothing but whore talk. But this has been our guest, Samantha Blumenthal.
That's me.
Thank you, Sammy. You
Thank
were
you.
a very fun
Thank
guest.
you.
And thank you for
having
being
me.
so honest and
Of course.
letting us be ridiculous with you. We have fun being the Slumber Party gals.
Yeah, this is fun. Where's our slumber party happening?
Right
here.
We're at the Creek in the Cave.
Hey.
And that's where we
Hey.
always record from is the Creek in the Cave. So if anybody ever needs a podcast studio, hit them up. See if they can work you a deal. Like it's gonna be a per hour fee. Again, we get back to prostitution. It's what
cheaper.
it is. It's a per hour fee. It will be cheaper than.
It's much cheaper.
Oh, it depends on how many hours you go.
I'm a cheap whore.
Yeah, Justin's a cheap whore.
So was my best friend. So
How dare you?
Ooh.
Talk about. We'll have you back another time.
I'm warming
There's
up.
more to
She's
mind
smart.
here.
I'm warming
She's very
up.
There's
smart.
more to
Yeah.
mind here. That's a teaser.
Ending on a cliffhanger.
That's
is
like
very
the end
smart.
of like a Marvel movie or a DC movie where they have the little like
To be continued.
yeah, where it's like eggs or something, and you're like, what are those eggs about? Some
And then
bitch
the next
gets
one-
murdered, and you're like, okay, I know that's got to go somewhere.
They start the second one like making breakfast and just cracking eggs. You're like, oh, I know those eggs
Yeah,
from
you're
somewhere.
like, that's the eggs from the last one. I'm
Yeah.
not new to this game.
I love Marvel movies.
You do love Marvel movies.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go do one.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna mention that? I thought you were just gonna pretend like you were here the whole time.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll talk. Well, we're gonna.
We're gonna
Yeah.
next one.
All right. Well, there's that. Say goodnight to everybody, boss baby,
Good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I've been Hooch.
and little Nick
Night, y'all.
signing off. Little Nick, and then producer Justin. Are you gonna say a goodbye to the people?
Love you, Ty.
Aw.
Aww.
Aw.
You know
Aw.
what? I hate this job.
There we go.
And I will no longer be doing this podcast. This was the final episode of Slumber Party. This is the last Slumber Party you will ever see, unless they find somebody else to sit in this chair. And that person probably won't sit in that chair. They'll probably sit on the couch because
You can't replace you.
exactly.
Aw.
Thank
There's so much
you.
love in this room.
Number one. This is the number one comedy podcast.
In the world. Thank you, everybody.
You just freaked her
Bye.
out.
Yeah, a little bit.